What's going on, everyone? This is Tom from Two Guys Talking Toys. I'm back with another toy review. This time I'm taking a look at the Super7 Thundercats Clear Mumm-Ra Dream Master. I've been looking forward to this for a long time. I had him on pre-order as soon as he went up, got him in from Big Bad, and just recently pulled him out of my pile of loot that's been sitting in storage for longer than I'm happy with. But now that I got a hold of him, I can't wait to take a look. I love right off the bat, I really like the green lightning that they used for the packaging. And you get a little bit of Dream Master Mumm-Ra on the back there, looking at the change in the opacity for the dream look. Good job. I am excited for this one. So let's not waste any more time and get this guy free from his prison. And for better or worse, he is free. This figure is amazing, and I love it. I know, real quick review there. So, Mumm-Ra comes with a whole bunch of accessories. He's got some extra hands. He's got some punching hands. You can hold stuff with him. He's got his a little more outstretched kind of claw hands going on there. Not too bad. And I really like these. He got his finger pointing energy hands. So we can say, where is it? Over there? Over there. These are kind of cool. I like these. So let's get right into it. If you're looking for a brand new sculpt, you're not going to get it because this is a straight up mold of the original Mumm-Ra, which was already really, really cool and a really great figure. And I really liked it. He's massive, which is really nice because you get the proper scale with the other Thundercat figures. I like so much that he's translucent and that the translucent plastic works. So I know sometimes on some figures it's worrisome because depending on the quality of the plastic or just the way that they choose to handle it, the way that everything is put together, it might feel a little bit, I don't know, tight. The plastic might feel brittle. Joints, I know a lot of toy makers, toy companies just won't do clear plastic because they're worried about the joints shattering. I don't know what it is about clear plastic where maybe the tolerances are a lot different, but this actually feels really good in hand. The plastic doesn't feel brittle. It's high quality plastic. I don't worry about. I know the bandages on him are not clear, but they are opaque, and it's a different type of plastic. And I can mess around with these, and I don't feel like they're going to break or anything, which is very nice. Same thing for the jointing. I worry about this with every figure that I get my hands on, that there might be some kind of break, or when you're working out those joints for the first time, we all do the boiling water, we all do the hair dryer. Kind of wish you didn't have to do that, but yeah, you do. But with Mumm-Ra, right out of the box, I started moving joints on him. And you probably hear that little bit of that creaking there. Normally that terrifies me, but on this, feels great. No issues. No worry about him accidentally breaking. So that's awesome. That's always kind of like almost more than anything else about the figure. That's what I'm concerned about. Like, you don't want those breaks to happen. But you don't have to worry about him because he's pretty great. Now, here is the biggest test with something like this. Can I pull off the head and not worry about that neck joint? No, that wasn't too scary. Not bad. Because Mumm-Ra does come with an extra head. If you don't want him laughing at you as the Dream Master, you can just put his smirking "I have a secret and I'm not going to tell you" face on there. Not bad. And swapping it out, oh, you hear that crack? It's pretty tight. But again, no worries about doesn't feel like you can feel it when you're in hand. Like if you're a toy collector and you handle these constantly, you have a sense for when you're turning a joint and you're like, oh no, here it comes. And that's not happening here. Fantastic. I love it. So let's get into some of the small details on him that you can't see because my camera doesn't want to focus on Mumm-Ra because he's the Dream Master and he defies focus, I guess. But the detailing on him is really good. And again, with the nature of clear plastic is usually just to have one particular area or just a whole thing be clear and not really much of anything else on there. In this case, there's some really cool paint applications that don't really affect that kind of clear look, like on his little tunic here. At least I'm presuming this is paint. There's no way you could combine this many different types of clear and get one single look. But then I am not a toy maker, so I don't know. But this looks like paint. And it does not really affect how clear it is. You can still kind of see through it. Same thing for the chest. The paint on the chest is like it's there, but it's not really solid. So you can still kind of see through it, which is pretty cool. This I think I love the most. The way that they handled the snakes here. You can see it has that gradient from the kind of the dark opaque to the red. That is really awesome. The layering is really cleverly done. The way that these pieces are overlaid. I love the clear yellow over the clear blue. Looks really nice. Same thing with the reds and the blacks. So this came out really good. I love the way that all of this lays. And again, it's just that overall, it's just a great sculpt anyway. So you wind up with this great looking figure. He's clear, and Super7 knows, Brian from Super7 just knows that if he wants Tom to buy an action figure, just make it in clear, and you're guaranteed to sell at least one unit. You're guaranteed to get me to buy one of these figures because I cannot help myself, and this is an amazing sculpt anyway. And I love me some clear figures, so let's mess around with him a little bit and get his zappy hands on there, because I think these are hilarious and great and very much Mumm-Ra. So if you're standing over there and he doesn't want to stand up to touch the microwave, you can just get one of these on there. And that is great looking right there. I love it. Man, this figure is awesome. I was looking for it when this was announced. Yeah, because I love clear action figures. I love the opaque. It's just, I don't know. It's a thing that I've got along with glow in the dark. If you get those, you've got to sail with me. But I remember when this was announced, it blew me away because I did not think that this was a character that they would do, or a version of this character that they would think to do. But I think that Brian Flynn loves clear action figures as much as I do, so him being in a position to make the action figures that he wants, which also aligns with the kind of figures that I want, makes me a very happy toy collector, because this is very, very, very good. I do not know if he's still available on their website. I think on the Super7 website he might be sold out. Might be available on Big Bad Toy Store. I'm not sure, but if you can get your hands on him, I highly recommend. He also comes with these little dream containers. I forgot exactly what they did in the episode that they were used in. I think he was, I don't know. I don't remember if you drank out of these or if you got sucked into them. I don't remember. But he comes with 4 of them, so you have 4 chances of getting it right. Should I bother with articulation? Yeah, why not? So he's got all of your standard articulation. I guess if you have this Mumm-Ra figure, you already know what to expect. If you don't, he has your standard points of articulation from Super7. He's got the head joint. He's got himself a really good ab crunch right here. There's articulation in the waist, side to side. You have pretty good motion on the shoulder there. You also have the bicep swivel, which is nice. You've got it at the elbow, at the wrist. Pretty good. You have motion at the thigh. He's got a pretty decent range of motion with the knee. He's got the ankle joint. I don't know if he has an actual pivot on. Oh, he does. Never really messed around with that too much, but he has the ankle pivot. So not too bad. He has a full range. You can get some pretty good posing out of him. Not too bad. I am a big fan of this. I think one of the great things about this figure, aside from the sculpting being really, really good, the articulation is such that you can get him into these great kind of iconic poses, or the poses that you remember seeing him get into in the cartoon. So it's pretty great. I like it. And the sculpting on him is so expressive. Again, this is just the original, but I've always loved how you can get him. You can just hear his voice. I want to get into your head, my dear. It's great. Really well done. So real quick, let's see how he stacks up with a few other figures. How does he look with some other clear characters? Because this was another guy that just Super7 got me. I love Groon. Groon loves face planting. Loved Groon in the cartoon. I loved when he came back as a ghost, and I could not believe that they decided to do that as well. Also, love me some Tigra. So when Tigra was done in the clear, of course I got him. I'm so disappointed that the Cat's Lair didn't reach the tier where you got a clear Lion-O. Because even though I couldn't afford to get Cat's Lair, I absolutely would have redoubled my efforts if that had become an unlockable thing. I hope that at some point they release him anyway. Because come on, why not? And because I love Glow in the Dark so much, some Glow in the Dark Mumm-Ra action, and these guys all work out pretty well. He fits right in. If you're building an opaque or a clear action figure collection, that's the group for you. Also, he'd probably look really cool in the background of like any Thundercats display. If you're going for the menace of the intro of the cartoon, you just have Mumm-Ra behind them menacing everybody. One thing that I forgot, he does come with his cape. So if you wanted to throw his cape on, I left this off because it'd be just getting away while I was messing around with the articulation on him. But he does come with a cape, so if you wanted to toss that on there. That works out pretty well. It is not wired. You don't get, there's no wiring in this, which is, I don't know, for some people may not like that. I personally don't care one way or the other. I'm not against wired capes. There's some amazing looking wire work stuff out there, and it looks great, but it's not a make it or break it for me. I know for some people it really does help. If you're super into the posing and whatnot, then that might be something that you want to look into. But for me, it doesn't make it or break it. Cape's not clear, the figure is, and that's what I care about the most. But that looks really cool. I think my only nitpick about Mumm-Ra, and it's not even really with the figure, it's that I really kind of wish that we get all this cool stuff. We get the head, we get the hands, and all that. We get the dream canisters, but we don't get a Maw-Mutt. I kind of wish that he had come with a little clear Maw-Mutt to run around and do his biddings in his dream, but he does not, so it does not make the figure any less enjoyable. But boy, with a little clear Maw-Mutt, I would have loved that. So let's also see how he looks hanging out with the Skeletor, with a Lilith, who I think would get along just fine with Mumm-Ra. I think the two of them would hang out and come up with some really fun evil missions to take out the Thundercats. And speaking of Skeletor, looking at him hanging out with Mumm-Ra, boy, am I looking forward to the Thundercats Masters of the Universe crossover. That's going to be an excellent looking cluster of toys. And I really feel like it's just Mattel's excuse to do a Thundercats line. They're going to have the Eternian armor and all that great stuff, but they just want to do a Thundercats line, and I'm here for that. So, working out everything with this clear Mumm-Ra, kind of hope that Mattel does that too. We're getting the Skull-Ra, and you can make Mumm-Ra out of him too, so why not give us a Dream Master? Cue the song from Nightmare on Elm Street 3 with Mumm-Ra, the Dream Master. So overall, final thoughts, Mumm-Ra is a fantastic figure. That's right, fantastic. Drink some juice. I love the way this came out. The articulation is really good. Again, like if you have the original, this is nothing new. If you like the sculpting is nothing new. The only real difference is that this is in delicious clear plastic that makes it so much fun, and it tickles all the right quirks that I have about toy collecting. And he looks amazing on the shelf. You get the right light behind him. You can get that really cool spectral look to him. Again, just a fantastic figure to have on the shelf. I highly recommend if you can get your hands on him. Hopefully he hasn't skyrocketed on the aftermarket. I don't know if he's still available on like Big Bad Toy Store. I know Super7 is sold out, but clear Mumm-Ra, Dream Master Mumm-Ra, waiting to fight all the Dream Warriors. I recommend getting this bad boy for your shelf. Pick him up, take him out, put him on the shelf, and enjoy. So I hope you've enjoyed this quick review of Dream Master Mumm-Ra. If you have, please give the channel a like, subscribe, tell your friends, tell your buddies, tell the other toy collectors to pick up this figure. You can also get a hold of us on Two Guys Talking Toys on Blue Sky. That is the number 2, no G after the talking. Same thing on Instagram, 2G Talking Toys. And until the next review and or show, take care everybody.